Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to talk more about not so practical thing as an demo and screen sharing and something like that. But yep, I'm going to talk more onto the SaaS application side, right? And in this video, I don't have any demo to show you how I'm doing this one or what are the steps you need to follow and what and what not, right? But moreover, I'm going to focus on and talk about and show you, not show you directly, but to convey you the different experiences that I have seen and experienced in my experience so far, right? Now, you might say, okay, so this is just a kind of talkative uh, lecture, or maybe there is nothing much to learn and listen and understand, but trust me, this is going to be very helpful when you are looking for an opportunity, exploring an opportunity, right? And that is something anyone would want to get it, right? Because it's something like if I am a person who has experience of, let's say, 3 to 5 years experience, but how should I convey my message? How should I talk to the people within team and the person who is technical or the person who is not technical, but still they wanted to uh, understand your thoughts about it, right? But your technical skill might be good enough, but you're not able to express it, right? And that is why we should have the both understanding of the people, right? Both understanding means you as a technical person, but the person you are talking, they are not technical enough, then how you are going to convey your message to them, right? And that is something which anyone would want to, uh, or anyone who is going to convey their message, they should be able to do that, right? Let's say, or let's consider I'm a person, I'm expert on particular area, and I wanted to convey my thoughts around SaaS solutions, right? And whether we should have our own SaaS solutions for the internal usage or customers or for anyone, right? And I have a complete understanding on the architecture development as well as systems and software development lifecycle, how we should go about developing the solutions and how that's going to add value to the customers, right? But the other side of that is the person who might have very good understanding about the other part where they are able to go ahead and decode the sales, marketing, medium, and all of that kind of activities, but they don't really know the product or product and SaaS solutions and service, right? So now you wanted to, or you have to teach them uh, how we can go ahead and sell your product, right? Now, to sell that or to build that from the scratch, because product development is something which is a long life cycle, but still definitely you have technical expertise, you would be able to build it. But to build that right from the scratch and from the ground, we can simply make sure, or we have to make sure rather, that everything is in place and how the product and service is going to help the customers, right? And I'm going to, uh, as in my expertise from the technical point of view, I would be able to craft solutions, design solutions, build it from scratch, and probably we would show up some demos and probably collect the feedbacks. And upon all of that cycles, probably few months, right? And it might take more than a year as well to hit that first deal or first requirements, right? So in that case, definitely it's going to be challenging as well as you until and unless you don't collect the real time feedback or real user feedback and experiences, then it's going to be difficult, right? Just a minute. All right. Yeah. So I was talking about how, uh, as a person from technical point of view, you would be able to convey your message to the non-technical people, or even they have the understanding about it, but you would have to understand what they are saying, what they are going to talk about, and probably they would help you to streamline the product or SaaS building, right? The solution building as well, right? And that way you would build that, right? So in this case, let's say in Microsoft 365 context or in Azure context, because and any other cloud platform, including AWS or Google Cloud, right? So each of these platforms have their SaaS capabilities or SaaS services, right? And to use that for our business purpose or for customers, definitely we have to make sure how those are going to help us as well as customers and build their business on it or by using those services, right? And we all know and we heard that those are the SaaS services. But now, when it comes to the services and features and offerings, and when we talk about the pricing and all of that stuff, right? We always look for an discounts or pricing uh, changes, right? Because we wanted to see or get the discounted rates as well as be it short term, long term, or whatever it is, right? So, basis on all of that, we look for an cost effective solution as well, right? Now, it might be the same or it could be the scenario or situation where any SaaS solution which is running somewhere across the cloud service provider, be it Azure, AWS, or Google Cloud, or any other, right? Be it HR system, be it finance systems, right? Because, but those systems are running somewhere in the data center, and that is why they are also charging different costs basis on their geographies and different factors. It is not only geography, but there are many different factors that they have the pricing and code sets. Now, it could be different for each and every platform, and it is also depending on how organization is going to use those, right? So it is not something that I wanted particular platform and I'm just going to sign up and I'm going to ask for discount. Definitely I would ask, but still it depends on the platform and they might uh, deny the discounts or they might not give you the appropriate rates as well, right? So that is something that's depend on the organization. And I, as a customer, as a user, definitely I would look for different options and different ways how I can use or whichever is going to fit for my requirements, right? And basis on that, it is going to be used. Now, the SaaS is something which is ready to use. We all know, right? So starting from consumer applications like Gmail, Hotmail, Outlook, and even WhatsApp, right? WhatsApp is also similar, a SaaS-based solution they have built and they have hosted it somewhere in their data centers and everything is accessible and available for across the globe or different countries altogether, right? They are not charging the end consumer and users, but they do have some of the revenue models which are running and which are uh, letting them earn some of the revenue out of that, right? So this is how it is built and they are running out of it, right? But as a consumer, when you switch to the paid services on the SaaS side, then definitely it's going to be uh, different for each scenario or its requirements, right? So that way it is going to be and chargeable. And the most important part of this is going to be should have a good understanding about the SaaS solutions, how those are built, how those are charged, how those can be leveraged effectively from the cost-effective point of view, resiliency, data residency, security, compliance, rules and regulations of each countries, along with the any of the uh, criterias when it comes to the compliance and security of each country, right? Because each country has their own regulations and where their data and everything is also intact with it, right? So those are the scenarios which definitely needs to be talked and discussed and understand and then decide whether this platform is going to be useful. Definitely, it's going to be useful from the business point of view and everything, but at the same time, other side, including compliance, security, and governance, is also important with all of that, right? Because if you are following all of this, that means the business is going to fall under all of the compliance, governance, and security. Otherwise, there might be situations that if there is no governance followed, compliance followed, security, then there would be situations or that might impact the business overall, right? So that is how it is going to be, right? Now, even the SaaS solutions builders or the companies or the product developers who have actually built their own products, they do also have to follow all of these ones. They should have, or they have to follow their compliance, security, and regulation metrics as well. And if they do, that means they have the product ready to ship across the global, across the market, and they can sell it across, right? And without that, no one or any company who is in the market, who is looking for such products or solutions, they would not trust, or they won't go ahead and buy your products or services, right? That is how it is going to be, right? So it is going to be very linear for both sides, as a consumer and as a service provider. And both sides, each one should look into both of those areas and then decide whether we should go with this product, service, and use it, right? And that way it is going to be the one where I, as a consumer, I, as a user, I will decide whether my data is safe, secure, and where my data is going to be stored, and how that data is going to be encrypted during transit and at rest as well, because those are the requirements as well that anyone wanted to look and be keeping and looking for, right? So that is how it is going to be used one, right? So yep, that is what I wanted to talk a bit about the SaaS. And if I have to talk, it's going to be a very big topic and long one as well, right? So yep, that's all for this video I wanted to talk. And don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, people around you, and subscribe to the channel as well, right? So yep, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.